Before we dive into the world of high-octane action and adrenaline-fueled stunts, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button to support more content like that. This Outregard Presting, Jason Statham's journey to becoming a household name in the action film genre began long before his starring role in the Fast and Furious series. 5 years prior to joining the franchise, he starred in a sort of car-centric action movie that was just as over the top as anything he's done since. And this film, Death Race, was a remake of the 1975 movie Death Race 2000, and it showcased Statham's ability to take on the most ridiculous roles with ease. In the early 2000s, Statham had already made a name for himself in films like The Italian Job, but it was his role in Death Race that truly showcased his affinity for
High stakes action, building interviews of other students, and some
the film directed by Paul W.S. Garden. Anderson was a dystopian thriller that featured deadly racing competition in a post-apocalyptic America. Statham starred as the lead character, a notorious convict known as Frankenstein, and his performance was met with mixed reviews at the time of its release. Despite not being a massive box office hit, earning only $75 million against a comparable budget, Death Race did not stall Statham's action career. He went on to star in successful films like Transporter and Crank, and later became a staple of the Expendables franchise alongside Sylvester Stallone. But what's truly remarkable about Death Race is how ridiculous it is, compared to even Statham's most over-the-top performances in the Fast and Furious series. The film features a future-themed setting, heavily armed vehicles, graphic deaths, and more, making it a true spectacle. While Fast and Furious has had its share of improbable scenes, Death Race takes it to a whole new level. It's not necessarily a bad thing that Death Race is so absurd. In fact, the film's over-the-top action actually enhances the fun factor. The movie's director, Paul W.S. Anderson, seems to have tapped into a deep well of creativity, blending elements of George Miller's Mad Max Fury Road with Vin Diesel's franchise. The result is a film that's equal parts entertaining and ridiculous. And one thing that's striking about Death Race is how it predicted an element of Statham's Fast and Furious villain role. His character in Death Race mirrors Deckard Shaw's trajectory and feud with Roman Pierce, played by Tyrese Gibson, in a way that's both familiar and unsettling. Gibson himself played a role in Death Race, and it's clear that the two films are connected in ways that go beyond mere coincidence. In conclusion, Death Race is a true original, a film that's more outrageous than anything Statham has done since joining the Fast and Furious franchise. While it may not have been a massive box office hit, it's a testament to Statham's ability to take on the most ridiculous roles with ease. And who knows, maybe one day we'll see a film that combines the best of both worlds, the high-octane action of Fast and Furious and the absurdity of the Death Race. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time, I see you.